Hi, I'm Tim McInerney here at the Savant booth. I'm here with our IP audio distribution system. You see here, I'm standing next to some of the pieces that make up the foundation of that system. Different boxes and different styles of inputs and outputs. And I'm going to grab one over here that are all network based. So we use a network standard, AVB TSN. It's an 802, I believe, .3 standard for timing and distributing audio over networks. So there's switches that have AVB functionality built in. And we just connect right here. This is a power over Ethernet box. You just plug it right in. It gives you one audio input and one audio output. You can hang this off a tuner, a high-end record player. You could also hang it off a subwoofer to have a subwoofer somewhere in the room that you wouldn't normally be able to get a long speaker run to. Any of these input and output boxes for audio, they're all connected over the network. So any input on any of these boxes can then be tied to any output on any of these boxes. So we have them both in preamp as well as larger systems that have amplified outputs. Once that audio's on the network, there's also direct speaker endpoints that can connect to that. And so let me show you the actual network switch so you can see what's going on. So here you see the network switch. You see some of those boxes we were just talking about plugged in right here. They're all directly connected to that network switch. And that, AVB network takes care of all the timing, so all the different endpoints are completely synchronized no matter where they are on the system. What we have here are the different, PoE speakers you see in the ceiling. We've got 12 of them up there. Normally in a larger room, those would be distributed throughout the room. The smaller speakers give much better sound than you get out of larger speakers because there's not as much point noise. When you stand under a large speaker, you're kind of blasted by sound. You move off to the right and it gets quieter. You move off to the left, it gets quieter until you're back under another large speaker. With these distributed around the room, you get really clean, even sound no matter where you're standing. It uses a balanced mode radiator technology for the driver that is very power efficient. So that's how, with power over Ethernet, we can get, in this one, this is a 50-watt amplifier built into the speaker. We can actually hang up to 3 satellites off of this one speaker that, if you do 2 of them, you get left and rights. That can be, 25 watts per speaker. And, you can add up to 3 of them. The great thing is, because it's digital, it's power over Ethernet and over the network, it's a direct digital connection right to the speaker. So there's no long analog run. You're not getting analog loss. You don't have to pull large speaker wire. You're just pulling Cat 6 or Cat 6A, whatever you're pulling in the house anyway. Much less expensive nowadays than high-end copper wire, and be able to drive that system directly. It also lets you on the fly automatically switch. So, say you've got an open floor plan, you've got speakers in the dining room that you want to be playing music in the dining room, they're your dining room speakers. Until you're watching a movie, then you want those speakers to be the rear surrounds for a system. And so the system can automatically do that on the fly through the network. Through some of those little boxes I showed you earlier, the subs here in the wall are also connected directly to the network. So everything is timed and perfectly tuned and sounds great. One more part of it is the sound bar, so let's go look at that. All right, so here we have our AVB sound bar. It is not a custom size sound bar. This is a 55-inch sound bar here. What's customized is the grill. So the speaker is consistent. You're going to get great sound quality. We engineer it to sound amazing at the size it is. You've got short lead times. It's a stocked item. But this custom grill can be shipped within just a couple of days to fit your exact television size. We have a database of TVs. You tell us what it is. We ship you the exact right grill to fit it. This soundbar also has AVB built into it, so it becomes an endpoint on the system. It has a return channel, so you can take your smart TV audio output, put it in, distribute that throughout the system. Again, with some of these smaller boxes, what you're not seeing behind the wall is one of these connected to the sub to get that audio right to the sub as well. We're actually going to be coming out with a version of that nano sub that has this built into it, so you don't need a separate box. That's going to be one of the next releases. In addition, it has a music server built in, so you put one of these sound bars in, you get a stream of Savant music, which has all your popular stuff like Pandora, Rhapsody, Deezer, Sirius XM is just coming out soon. In addition, a new feature that we just announced is the Savant host can actually be inside that soundbar, so you don't need a separate host, a separate box out there to do a Savant system. This soundbar actually has control ports in the back of it. All you need is the soundbar, those control ports connected to the TV. You can do up to 6 rooms of audio distribution off the host that's inside of that soundbar. So we're doing some really amazing stuff over IP. IP is kind of the wave of the future. We're doing it with both audio and video here at Savant. And in the Australia and New Zealand and the Southeast Asia, we're distributed through Avation.